It's Tuesday night, April 28th, 2026. I went down to Bellevue, Nebraska tonight at the Pump and Pantry, the regular, what I call regular, the E10 gasoline. It's 379.9 a gallon. And the pure gas is quite a bit more. That's higher than it was under Biden. And I remember people, telling me that Biden had to go because of high gas prices. Anyway, I won't dare say that we should 86 Trump because apparently that's a federal offense now. When 86 does not mean murder, Trump's Justice Department is prosecuting James Comey again on a second charge. He beat the first charge. The first trial was like a nothing burger, and he won. And they indicted him again now because they're going back to however far back that was. I don't know if it was a year ago, 2 years ago. Comey posted a photograph of seashells that he had arranged in a shape, and the seashells spelled out 8647. So, according to professional liars, that means James Comey was inciting the murder of President Trump. Of course he was not. It was an artistic expression on social media. Anyway, I hope Comey's lawyers prove in court that Trump is not the 47th president. Because, if he's getting prosecuted for 8647, then maybe they should demonstrate that he's really 44. He's nothing but 44 because one man can't be two presidents. Grover Cleveland was the 22nd president, and that's it. Trump is the 44th president, and that's it. And I'm sorry, Obama, you've got a jacket that's wrong, and maybe Biden's got some paraphernalia that's wrong too. They never cared before W. Bush because he's not real bright and he cares about stuff that doesn't matter, and he made a big deal out of his number and his dad's number, but he had the numbers wrong. Anyway, we've been counting wrong ever since. Go ahead and count the presidents. Trump is the 44th president. Not a big deal. It's a bigger deal that people are being prosecuted because they offended the king. That's a bigger deal. They're pretending like it's an incitement to violence to say 86. It simply means make it go away. It means throw it away. It means something is not needed anymore, get rid of it. The same way that Trump said to his crowd of 250,000 people that they should get rid of members of Congress on January 6th, 2021. He literally said, we need to get rid of the Liz Cheneys. Anyway, where are we at? James Comey. Yeah, I mean, again, Trump never would have been president without James Comey having a weird press conference, the kind that they don't do. The FBI director held a press conference to tell the country, oh man, we've got so much evidence on Hillary Clinton. We know she's guilty, but we think there's not enough evidence to prosecute, so we're going to let it go. Well, again, he's not the prosecutor. That wasn't his job. He did this during a presidential election in July. He made Trump president. Without that, Trump was screwed. And I think that's part of Trump's malfunction, why he hates Comey so much. Because he knows that he owes his presidency to Comey, and he doesn't like that feeling. Trump wants to think that Trump got everything through the greatness of Trump. He's got a really special brain. Anyhow, yeah, it's disgusting. Also, here's the other big topic in the news. Trump is threatening, or Trump's FCC, or Trump told the FCC, or whatever. The word is the FCC's putting heat on the Disney Corporation again, which owns ABC, which is the network that hosts the program Jimmy Kimmel Live. And part of Jimmy Kimmel's job is making fun of the president, and that hurts Trump's feelings because he's garbage, and Trump wants to stop it. See, no other president has ever dared to try to stop a comedian, but Trump does because he's not a normal president. I mean, he used to be a president in his first term. I regard him as an unconstitutional dictator now because traitors aren't allowed to be president. Anyhow, yeah, so that's the word. They're going to use the FCC license concept because the federal government controls the airwaves officially. And if they wanted to shut down ABC stations across the country and prevent them from broadcasting, they could. They couldn't stop them from being on cable. They'd still be on cable. They'd still be on satellite. But I think the biggest loser there would be, well, outside of the viewers, which would include a lot of Republicans, the biggest loser would be the people who own the local affiliates or however their deals work. I don't know if the local station always owns its own news or if the news is another category within the group. I assume there's just a boss of the station and they're in charge of the news too. And a lot of these local news affiliates that run ABC stations, they are owned by rich Republicans who like to reserve the right to, well, usually they broadcast the news honestly. They let their news people just report the true news. But every once in a while, it's to be expected that Republicans will put a little pressure on the people under them to make the news kind of look a little better for the Republicans and a little worse for the Democrats. And they can do just a little more of that during an election year to swing an election. And I think a whole lot of Republicans, like Republican politicians, might disagree strongly with Trump shutting off ABC TV stations. Let alone the billionaires who own the stations and all the again, a lot of voters are watching broadcast TV and those old ladies are going to be pretty mad when they can't watch the Golden Bachelorette anymore. So I think Disney 100% should call their bluff and say, go ahead and shut us down. Go ahead and you take the consequences of shutting us down if that's really what you want to do, Mr. Trump. And I bet you he would back down. Anyway, what else do I got? Okay, so this Comey thing, this happened after they had the White House press corps dinner, or they tried to. They didn't get past the salad before some dude with a gun who had gotten a room in the hotel where this party was. Apparently, he came downstairs and ran past part of security, but the other part of security caught him. And so all Republican commentators and professional manipulators, they had to, they're clutching their pearls. Oh, the violent Democrats are at it again. Oh, they almost killed Trump. He didn't even get close. But anyway, so now they're trying to use this, they're trying to use it to come down on the opponents of Trump. Trump's trying to do it because he's an evil dictator. And I don't appreciate it. And it's this kind of crap, which is exactly the reason that people would like Trump to be 86th. This is why. Because of how he is. He doesn't have to do this. He was a lot nicer in his first term, and he warned us during the campaign he thought he was too nice in his first term. He wasn't, but he's definitely less nice now. And so, many times I've heard people propose a thought experiment, like, would it be morally right if you had the power to go back in time and kill baby Hitler in the crib? You could save maybe 20 million people. Would that be right? A lot of people would say, no, you don't kill a baby. The baby's innocent. You can't do it. Okay. Well, let me ask you this question. What if Hitler had already murdered his first 1,000 people? And that's all you knew. You don't know that he's going on to murder 20 million people. You just know that he's murdered 1,000 and doesn't look like he's stopping. Would it be right to stop him then? Would it be right to stop him after he kills 100,000 people or 1 million people? Would that be right? I mean, if history records that Hitler killed himself, well, what if the Allies had caught him and shot him? Everybody would have celebrated, right? The whole world would have said that was right. Maybe God wouldn't have, but the world would have. It's something to think about. I'm not issuing guidance on any kind of assassination plans or anything, but it's really not surprising that people hate his stinking guts, and he brings it on himself. And there's a lot of people, not just me, comparing that evil piece of garbage to Adolf Hitler for good reason. He's killed lots of people, and he's going to kill lots more. You know, and the first time I knew that he was the kind of a Hitler-esque figure that it would be better if he was dead. It would just be better for other people in general. That's my belief. Because, I mean, it's hard to argue that when a guy is responsible for thousands and thousands of deaths, and it's not stopping anytime soon, like we had in the middle of 2020, there was this weird moment when he was getting ready to resume his rallies, and I just knew. If he would just die, that would save thousands of lives, because he's an evil piece of crap. But nobody has a right to kill him. That's the bug. Thou shalt not kill. That's the rule. You don't kill people. Trump, you don't kill people either.